Hello and welcome to another update video about Shiba Inu. We've got quite a bit of movement since the last update, and we highlighted that it was probably too late to really trade this A wave at the time, but that a break of this trend line here would likely send us down lower to the next trend line, and then a break of this trend line likely in our support area. And this would be the support area that if price gets into the range, we have a decent reward to risk ratio for a potential long trade. Now, bear in mind that I highlighted that this rally to the upside is likely only going to be a corrective structure. So anybody who really attempts to trade this on the long side is undertaking basically a Deegan trade. So it's going to be high risk because this coin is not really in a good position long term. We talked about that. We have a 5-wave move down. We have a 3-wave move up. I know there are other charts with a longer chart history. Doesn't change the fact that we have a 5-wave move to the downside. And yeah, I mean, the sell-off that we've seen here just adds to that. I mean, it just supports that, right? So again, my view remains that it is not a bullish structure overall on this chart. It is rather bearish, but we are in a position where from here, a rally in a C wave can start. Now, I would not really try to or attempt to trade this without having some kind of a signal that price is bottomed in this area. What would that kind of signal be? At the moment, I can't see it, but it would need to be some kind of a. Obviously, the C wave would be a 5-wave move anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could be waiting for the first wave to complete and adding into the wave 2. That is one way of doing it, because then at least you've got the first wave as a potential impulse and you can scale into the wave 2 to trade the third wave of the C wave. Well, or you just try to scale into this yellow support area that we defined already many weeks ago, identified as a possible pullback zone for the price from this range up here, either from there or from, there was a chance to get to the next, well, to 120 basically, but we outlined that as resistance and we basically waited for that wave B pullback. Now it's come down quite impulsively, so the move up looks corrective, the move down actually looks quite impulsive. So while I emphasize there could be this C wave rally, it doesn't need to happen, of course, because sometimes with these long-term or these bearish charts, the corrective rallies to the upside, they are not going to be super aggressive. They can be, they don't have to be. Therefore, I'm saying if you trade this on the long side, I mean, I would just be careful with position size. I would be careful with just aping in. Yeah, I would wait for some kind of confirmation that a low is in. And that could be this 1-2 setup that I showed you. Or again, you can just scale in, but just be aware that below 69, this setup is most likely going to break. Now it's going to get more challenging because a B wave can sometimes overshoot to the downside. So maybe leave it a little bit more space, but it's not in a good position. I mean, we've got it where we wanted it. Yeah, in this pullback zone. Why? Because this is where reward and risk for a long trade is potentially favorable. It's just that you're basically trading against a higher level trend. So basically that means I would not be surprised if the 69 level breaks and price is completely heading to new lows. But for now, it's in the support region. I haven't got any evidence that price is bottomed. Rather, it looks as if, yeah, it's actually looking quite impulsive to the downside, I have to say. So I don't have a very good view of what this could be from a microstructure. The concern would be that really the move up is a 3-wave move and the move down, if with one more low, is actually impulsive. So it's not in a good position. Okay, it's not in a good position. So I'd be extremely careful on the long side. However, a break below 69 would actually open the door to much deeper declines. Yeah. So again, for anybody who's looking for anything on the long side, I'd be careful. Just, you're catching the falling knife basically here. If you do anything, what you can do, just note that 69 is basically the cut-off level. Yeah, it's the level where probabilities are shifting from a potential C wave rally to new lows straight away. Again, bear in mind, nothing moves in a straight line, but that's a key level. What would be a first indication that price is starting to move to the upside? Well, obviously I normally use price structure. I'm watching for the structure. I haven't got that here. There is nothing really bullish. It just looks like a 3-wave move up at the moment. So it doesn't really give us enough evidence that a new move up has started. But if we talk about resistances, the first resistance that would need to be broken is 92. That would give us a good view that an overall move to the upside might have started again, and then resistance remains at 120 next, and then 160. But yeah, that's currently the update about SHIB. Basically waiting here for some kind of a reaction at these FIB levels at either 69, 76, 82. We've basically reached that downside pullback target. Now it's all about waiting and seeing if it can give us that C-wave rally to the upside. That's my update about SHIB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.